Guys, check it out. I've got new design drawings for our new day pack. In this video, I'm gonna reveal the drawings, talk about what I love, talk about what I'm struggling with, and let you know what the next steps are. So quick little bit of context in case you've missed the story thus far. After launching our Levo travel backpack and Sit a Sling last Black Friday, we decided to start on a new bag, and we're gonna be doing a packable day pack, which we're naming the Fyro Knox. Dramatic reveal. I think it sounds dope. So our designer, who is David, the founder of Modern Day Fair, he's given us two different options to work with. So you can see, we got our two options here. Option number one was the safer option, going with the current Fyro silhouette that we use in the Levo. And option number two was a new design. And this design was really interesting, where we had the two seams down the middle of the bag, but they would use a fold over technique that then allowed us to put water bottles sort of on the front of the bag as well. And I'm not gonna lie, this design was really cool. And we really thought about going in this direction, but ultimately we decided not to for two reasons. One, the other design, option number one, is following what we are trying to implement as the Fyro design language, right? This is what we just launched with the Levo. It's the same design we're gonna be launching with our new EDC, more details about that coming soon. So we wanna really double down on that design language as much as possible. And the second reason why we didn't go with this design is one of our competitors sent us a bag to review at Nomad's Nation. And the design is really similar to this. We just said, screw it. Design number two, not gonna happen. So we're keeping things classy. But that doesn't mean it's the same bag as the Levo. All we're doing is taking that silhouette and applying it to a day pack. Let me run you through the features. So here's the front, sides, and back view of the bag. It's a half zip panel loader. And we're gonna have 1, 2 water bottle pockets. This for me is absolutely crucial on a day pack, because you just never know what the day's gonna throw at you. You're in a new environment. And then notice here we have laptop zippered access. So basically the gist is the laptop's gonna fit in the main compartment, but as opposed to being difficult to access because of this panel, we'll have this additional entrance point giving you faster access to your laptop. Also should be noted, originally we wanted this bag to be 15 liters, but it's looking now with the new dimensions that it's gonna be around 20 liters in size. And that's because of the laptop design and complications that we're running into, which I'll jump into in just a second. But first, something else that we're gonna, be a little challenged with is gonna be this back panel. Because in the world of day bags, you have three different kinds. You've got the super compressible ones that can like literally compress into a ball. That's not what we're doing here. So option number two is a foldable type bag. Think of like literally like a tortilla. And the third option is just a bag that can compress and lay flat like a pancake. Because I was having conversations with David, our head designer, and Luke, who runs BagMe, our development team. And they both said that if we focus on the bag being foldable, it's gonna be cool in the short term, but the bag's gonna have some long-term durability issues. And that's just the nature of PU foam, which is gonna be used on the back panel and the shoulder straps. If it's constantly being folded over and over and over again, that foam is just gonna break. Doesn't mean that the bag can't be folded. It should be noted with how lightweight the bag's gonna be. We're probably gonna get that taco effect, but we're probably not gonna advertise it as such, just to keep the bag lasting as long as possible. So the challenge is gonna be determining what we're gonna do with this back panel, because we got a spectrum. On one side of the spectrum, you have as light as humanly possible, which is not gonna be as comfortable because there's less padding. But the lighter it is, the more foldable, the more compressible. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have basically the Fyro Levo backpack, which can't fold, it can't compress, but holy fucking shit, is it not the most comfortable backpack ever. It's like a mattress on your back. So we gotta figure out where in that spectrum we're trying to take the Knox. So Luke thinks our best option in that spectrum is to use a foam like this, which I think is a really good call. I think it's gonna be lightweight, it'll pack down very well, it'll be light, but still provide hopefully enough comfort. Now there's one pocket on the outside of this bag that we're missing. I'm gonna need a QAP, AKA a quick access pocket on the top of the bag. This is the ideal spot for your sunglasses or even for your passport and boarding pass as like a quick dump pocket. And we also have a sleeve in the back that'll connect to the actual laptop accessory. Now, this sleeve is gonna be a crucial part of this bag because we talked about with Fyro, we make sleek bags for modern professionals, but a lot of y'all out there don't always carry a laptop when you're day packing. So that's why we're gonna make the laptop sleeve potentially removable. So what we're looking at here is basically a Fyro Folio. a laptop sleeve that could be used on its own, just in clutch mode, possibly in messenger mode, maybe, but also slides easily into the backpack. So then laptops going in here, and then we can put cables, mouse, your charger. Gotta throw like a little pen loop right here, I'm thinking. And exactly, tab. Potentially, I'm thinking, throw a couple of O-rings in the top corners of this folio, and then boom, you might have like a really sexy, streamlined, minimal vertical messenger. And I've been a proponent that the vertical messenger revolution is coming. And what David did that's so freaking cool with these drawings is he took the T22 design language, where you can see you have a top lid that'll connect to the folio magnetically, and then you can lift that to access the zipper, which in the zipper unzips and gives you access to the 3 pockets here. And check out here, you can see the bag's volume increases at the bottom, therefore giving you actually a bit more functionality and capacity to actually fit things in this folio. So now the biggest challenges will be what size we make the folio. Is it gonna be like a one size fits all, or do we have to make one for 13-inch MacBook Pro and 14-inch, and then one for 16 inches as well? The other biggest challenge is going to be that back panel. How solid do we make it? How padded do we make it? And also, one thing that's really exciting is we did find the polycarbonate 330D Codra nylon, the primary fabric for Fyro. We found it in a 150, I think, or a 175, which is awesome because that's exactly what we were hoping for this bag. But then again, minimum order quantity issues. How popular is this bag gonna be? How much of that fabric can we even order? And should we even order? And that leads me to the last and most crucial part of this video, the timeline moving forward. Because what's so cool about Fyro is that we've done the work. We have a silhouette for Fyro bags that was started with the Levo that we're gonna be scaling for a lot more bags. Our new EDC, details coming soon, the Knox, and probably more, which means that this process can go by a lot faster. With the Levo, it took us like 6 months to get to the point where we had drawings that we could actually sample with. But now, our first set of drawings, BagMe has given the thumbs up. They're like, this is great, let's freaking go. So that's the next step, starting sampling. I'm actually headed to Vietnam about a week after shooting this video. I might be there by the time you're actually watching this. And the goal is to start the sampling process and see where it takes us. We've got a pretty clear idea of where the day pack is headed, but how it works with the folio and whether or not we should go into messenger mode. And actually, I'm curious. Let me know, like, do you think this folio is a cool potential vertical messenger? Or am I just kind of in la la land and there's no demand for such a thing? So I'd love to hear your thoughts on just this folio. Any feedback at all, guys. It always helps me clarify my thought process. I cannot thank you all enough for that. And we'll be coming at you soon with a new update, hopefully with an actual physical sample in my hands. Thank you so much for joining this journey. I'm Aaron, this is Fyro, and we'll catch you guys next time.